Hey guys, today's profile review will be on a Plat 1 top laner on the NA server who is a Renekton one trick, and we will be discussing exactly what he needs to do to get to Masters. And I'm going to be presenting him with two different strategies. One, if he wants to continue to one trick Renekton to Master, what he needs to do, and two, if he wants to broaden his champion pool, so add maybe one or two extra champions to that champion pool so he's not just a Renekton one trick and he learns a bit more about top lane macro, dynamics and mechanics across a bigger champion pool. I'll also explain the exact strategy he needs to do for that. So anyone who's a top laner who likes Renekton or is looking to expand their champion pool and reach Masters, this is the video for you. Enjoy. And if you guys are looking for your own profile review, check out the links in the description below. And if you're interested in learning more about the paid coaching plan I talk through in this video, the link is also in the description below to book your free coaching call. Let's get into the video. Signing up and let's get into it. So currently you're Plat 1, 88 LP, and your goal rank is to get to Diamond. Now honestly, I think you can get to Diamond in the preseason quite easily. I can see you've already got a 56% win rate as well. So if we can actually get to Diamond in the preseason, so before January, I think it's the 6th of January next year, if we can get to Diamond, we're going to set up your MMR really nicely to be able to get to Diamond within your first 25 to 50 games next season, which is key for climbing beyond Diamond. So going, from Diamond 4 to Diamond 3 to 2 to 1, eventually into Masters. And I believe, that should be the end goal for you, because I think you're going to get Diamond in the next month or so. It's more about what are you going to do after that. And so that's what this profile review is going to be about. It's going to be about your champion pool, your matchups, and then what kind of paid coaching looks like for someone in your position. So the first thing I want to talk about is your champion pool, and this could be an issue you're having or an identity crisis you're having, or it might not be an issue at all. But the first thing I recommend is one-tricking Renekton is by far your best short-term strategy for climbing. Renekton can be played, I believe, pretty high up. There's Renekton one-tricks in the very top ranks on all regions, so he's definitely not a bad champion. I'm just going to look at his win rates here. Okay, he's not... Why isn't he even here? Okay, I can't see his win rate at the moment, but we don't really need to worry about that because all we need to worry about is your actual win rate on him, which is 56.6%. So the fact that you're Plat 1 and you're winning 56.6% of your games on Renekton suggests to me that you can probably play Renekton quite comfortably without actually being any better. So if I placed you, for example, into a D3 game, a D2 game today, you could probably hold your own in over 20, 50 games. You'd probably average around a 50% win rate, I'd say, in D2, D3, if you were one-tricking Renekton. Now, the question then becomes, well, do you want to continue to be a one-trick Renekton? Do you want to get to a certain rank and expand your champion pool? What is the plan? Because if you want to continue to be a one-trick for Renekton, the path straightforward is very clear. You just keep playing Renekton, keep learning off Master, GM, and Challenger Renekton players on YouTube, watching their streams. I'd suggest going to something like League of Graphs, looking at the top 100 Renekton players globally, and then watching their replays when you can, ideally like once a week. That's the path for one-tricking. Now, if you're looking to expand your champion pool, like maybe you're trying to add Shen into your champion pool, or what have you been playing recently? Maybe it could be Pantheon or Darius. You could be trying to add some more champions in your champion pool. Well, that's going to be a bit of a harder strategy to pull off. And what I would recommend is having a 2-account strategy for that. So if you are looking to broaden your top lane champion pool and expand beyond Renekton, what I'd suggest is you have one account for climbing. So you keep this account, Unseen Basement, as your Renekton one-trick account, but you have your second account, your Smurf, which I assume you probably already have, where you start learning these new champions. So keep them off your main for now. So don't try and learn Darius on your main account. Don't try and learn Shen. Don't try and learn Pantheon. Instead, use your games or use your practice time on the second account to learn these new champions. And what that's going to do is keep this account sacred and preserve its MMR, so that when you are ready to climb on this account, you can easily get to Diamond and beyond, because you haven't wasted games playing champions that you don't have a very high win rate on, because that will affect your MMR. So they're the two suggestions I'd say, whether you want to go down the one tricking route or you want to go down the expanding the champion pool route. And obviously what you do, you create like a barrier for entry, almost like a job interview, let's say. So in order to have a new champion be added to your main profile champion pool, so let's say, you've got Renekton in your champion pool and you're wanting to add someone else, let's say Darius. Well, what I would give you as the benchmark criteria is you would have need to play at least 30 games on that champion and have a 55% or higher win rate on your Smurf account. So if you've played 30 games with a 55% win rate on your Smurf and you feel confident, like mentally and in your head, that you can play that champion on your Plat 1 account, then I would say, okay, cool, we can add that champion to your champion pool. And that's, how serious players think about climbing from Plat to Diamond and beyond. Now, the third thing I want to talk about is coaching. So you did indicate you're interested in paid coaching, and what I would suggest is there's really two avenues here. One, I've got a challenger coach who can specialize in helping you either continue to one-trick Renekton or to broaden that champion pool over a longer term duration through series of game reviews. So however many you want, if you just want to start with one, if you want one a week, if you want one a month, perfect. We can do that quite easily. The second option is if you want myself to be a coach, and usually I specialize in Diamond and below players. So that would be something that, once you get to master, that's where I'd recommend my challenger coach, or if you are kind of looking for a challenger coach already, because I myself am not a challenger coach specialist, I focus in Diamond and below. If you are looking for a challenge coach, I'd suggest the first option. But if you're looking for a bit more of a healthy month-to-month ranked climbing plan, which is what I specialize in, helping players below master get to masters, month by month coaching, I would recommend booking a coaching call with me, and we can go through step by step of what the strategy would look like, what's included in the package, and how we can get you from Plat 1 to Diamond 4, to Diamond 3, to Diamond 2, to Diamond 1, eventually to Masters. So if you're interested in either of those, once you've watched this, please message me on Discord. And yeah, honestly, Yui, I think you've got a lot of potential here. Your Renekton one trick suggests to me two things. One, you can easily climb with Renekton, but two, if you can maintain a pretty high win rate on one top laner, chances are you can maintain equally as high win rate on another champion. If you are looking to expand that champion pool in your top lane, it's just going to take a lot of practice, and you're going to have to be really strategic about it, because you do not want to be practicing champions on your main account. You really want to be using that Smurf, like I said earlier, to practice those new champs. So as I've said, once you've watched this, reach out to me, and as always, Yui, cheers, good luck on the Rift, and I will talk to you soon.